Hi, gang. How are you? It's Mob Guppy, where the Guppy is the mob. If you haven't subscribed to the Mob Guppy channel, please do. We have all sorts of fun going on here. I just got done walking Bolo, feeding baby brine shrimp to my beautiful guppies, and I am enjoying the wonders of Bolos in my lap. And oh, look what I'm drinking. Ozarka. When you're looking to do a live stream, there's nothing more refreshing than Ozarka. How was your Monday, everybody? Mmm, delicious. How's your Monday going? I had kind of like hey, David Samsel, good to hear or good to see you typing in there. I don't see you personally, but hey, one of these days they'll have something called fish conventions again. We can all hang out together. Wouldn't that be great? Absolutely great. Let's see what's going on. Yeah, the baby brine shrimp just got passed out. The fish are happy. And I realized that my male guppy that was in the 55-gallon tank, I don't see him. So I moved over a male guppy over there but there's so much fry in there. I mean, so many fry. The brand ambassador for all ancient alien races and their overlords. Peter Thiel, you're right. Man, I wish I could be a brand ambassador everywhere. Yeah, it's pretty exciting. Chevy Fish, what's up? Doug Gray, what's up? Man, everyone's coming in. Um, yeah, I had a busy day at work today. A lot of junk going on. A lot of junk going on all the way around. Got home. I did some stuff around the house. And by the way, I have to warn you about something. Bolo's in my lap right now, but probably about 15 minutes ago, right after I was done with feeding the baby brine shrimp to my guppies, a fly made a mistake by landing on Bolo's nose. And Bolo hates flies. Logan, Ambus Aquatics, how are you doing? I mean, when I say he hates flies, he hates them. Absolutely hates them. He goes bonkers. So I went around trying to kill this little flying creep, and I missed out. Yeah, Jerry Falwell Jr.'s publicist probably not a good job today. They need to bring. I have a buddy of mine who's into crisis management, former TV reporter, and he goes in and helps people with. He gets paid big money to help people with their crises, and that's what he does. Yeah, so I've just been busy, busy, busy. I realized I didn't pick up any zucchini on the way home. I'll do that tomorrow so I can have zucchini for my wonderful fish. They very much need that. They're out. They've destroyed all their zucchini. So no more baby Amica splendens. The one female looks like she's about to explode, which is good. Now the females are recovering really kind of nicely. After they give birth, let me tell you what, they look like heck. I mean, they look bad. But now seem to be doing just fine. Yep, okay, Bolo's settled in here. Did my food shopping for today for the next 2 weeks? No Diet Dr. Pepper to be found. Yeah, I'll tell you what. I went in, I should have bought a second case of it. I went into Sam's Club because that's the only warehouse store that I have. And so that's the only one I have. And they had a bunch of it, so I grabbed it. I threw it in my car, stole it, paid for it actually. Got it home, and I've been enjoying wonderful Diet Dr. Pepper. It's wonderful. Yeah, you know what's funny is that I used to drink. Uh-oh, Bolo's like seeing it. He's like going like this. Let's see if I can get him on here so you can see how anxious he gets around the fly. Wish the fly would just allow me to kill it. If I see the thing somewhere, I'm gonna get up and go kill it. Bolo, say hi to everybody. Say hi. Yeah, good boy. It's not that light in my place, so you think the stupid thing would go to Windows, but this one so far has been pretty smart. Hey, Melvin, what's up? Welcome to the live stream. 7 here, 3 thumbs up. Thanks, gang. Yeah, so Bolo, as you can see, Bolo's pretty much got it going on. He's only been for 2 walks, though, since I got home. I get home about 2:30. So I gave him a walk when I first got here, and then I took him out. Yeah, probably right now, probably about 40 minutes ago. So that's pretty good. Yeah, Dr. Pepper is pretty good. I used to drink the sugar Dr. Pepper. Now I'm on the diet. I love it. Diet Dr. Pepper used not to be very good. I'd rather have a Diet Pepsi or a Diet Coke. I don't care which. And I worked with a bunch of guys that were Diet Dr. Pepper snobs. And so I tried it again. They had updated the formula. It was much better. The Dr. Pepper and cream soda is really good. Yep. I drank a lot of cherry Coke. Yeah. Yeah, that's good. I used to drink a lot of, and it's gone now. And it wasn't very good. But when I was in high school, Jolt Cola. Ian Atkins, what's going on? Welcome to the live stream. Welcome to the live stream. Yeah, so I used to drink either the full test Dr. Pepper or Mountain Dew forever. I drank that. And then I started to make the move over when I was in my 30s. And I've been on Diet Dr. Pepper for about 4 or 5 years. It's good. Yeah, well, I was going to college. I was working a lot. I needed the caffeine to keep going. I needed the caffeine to get going all the way around. So, how was your Monday, everybody? Everyone have a good Monday? My alarm went off first thing, and I was like running all day long. John Oliver's Guppies and Aquatics. By the way, the other John Oliver, saw it on TMZ today because I'm a pretty hip guy. Um, so here's the other John Oliver made fun of Danbury, Connecticut, and so Danbury decided to name their sewage system, their sewage treatment plant, after John Oliver. They had the sign made up in the whole bit. It was pretty funny. Yeah, it's great to hear, Melvin. Glad your podcast is doing well. Um, yeah, my day was just, I mean, it was busy, busy, busy. So I went, took my lunch, walked Bolo. I get a text from I work under a guy, but there's sort of a boss among bosses in the building. And so he wanted to see me. And of course, I had just gotten home and I just said, hey, can I make it? He texted me at like 9:45. That's when I was walking into my house, so I had to text him back saying, "Hey, I'll be there at 10:30. Is that cool?" He goes, "Yeah, fine." So that was good. Yeah, Bolo's very happy. I wish he'd go to sleep, but he's still looking for this damn fly. He hates them, and it's much better now than when he was could hear. Um, when Bolo could hear, he would hear the fly. Now he's deaf as a post. So unless the fly gets into his field of vision, that's what happened here. He doesn't notice. Well, thanks, John Oliver. You're awesome too. Hey, well, that's what this is all about. This is when you come to a Mob Guppy live stream, I welcome everybody. Yeah, I bet it would. I don't want any holes in my walls. Doug Gray, I've been trying to swat the little bastard and send him home to fly heaven or fly hell, whichever one this goes to. Ooh, beef tacos, Spanish rice, homemade apple pie, Chevy fish. My goodness. I had a salad and two vegan burgers with um, a little bit of delicious barbecue sauce on it. It was good. That's all I had, and I'm of course enjoying the delicious Ozarka water. When it comes to having a refreshing live stream, take it from Peter at Mob Guppy. Ozarka gets it done. Oh my goodness, so delicious. Mmm. Just wonderful. And I have to put the top on it because I'm kind of a spaz. I could very well knock it off the deal. Um, you know how I got the stupid fly? I I like putting my older camera on the bird feeders, and I think it came in after that because I really don't come in the front door or the back door all that much. It's just then I usually go through the garage. So I think that's how I did it. Yeah, lactose intolerance is not good, mainly because it. But here's the deal: some of the vegan cheeses. David Samsel, do you live anywhere near? Do you live anywhere near a Whole Foods? They have a vegan pizza with vegan cheese. It's really kind of good. I get a whenever I go to a Whole Foods, they don't have one in here of the metropolis of Joplin, but they do in Springfield, and they also have it in Fayetteville. So when I get down there, sometimes I'll go over and have myself a delicious slice of vegan pizza. Haven't done that since the pandemic, which is sad. Look forward to these days where things become a little bit more normal. I know you guys do as well. So, yep. So Bolo's here. Oh, he's getting petted. Are you a good puppy? Huh? You can sometimes hear me if I whistle. Nothing. Take lactose enzyme to tolerate the lactose sugars. It helps you. There you go. There you go. So I had the vegan burger, which was good. I got this is one I haven't tried before. It was there's one I really like and they didn't have that at the grocery store. They were out of it when I was there. If all of a sudden you hear Bolo making lots of noise, It's because he spotted the fly. When it landed on him, it was just. That's what he was doing. It was just bizarre. He was like a furry seal. Yeah, so my Mika Splendid female, she's huge. So hopefully she drops and the fry live. I'm glad, Doug Gray, that you heard the whistle. Not a great whistler. So yeah, so I have that going on, which is good. I've got it's just I've been so busy here, around everything that I do. Here in the fish room. I was gonna when I got home from work today, I was gonna change out half of my 10 gallons of water. But I got home and by the time I got a few things done, I had to get ready to speak with you so I can get it done. I'll do it tomorrow. I loaded up my water. I was going to do that on Saturday. I did it yesterday. I filled up both of my water containers, and my garbage cans full of water is all treated, and so it's ready to go. You know what? I have some, and I started to see a bunch of babies in the 55-gallon tank, and then they like disappeared on me. So I don't know if they're down in the. I mean, I had a lot of little babies, so I don't know what the deal is. You want to get down, Bolo? Here's the deal: he doesn't jump up and down. Do you, little guy? Okay, you can get down. Here, say hi to everybody. All right, there you go. He's on it. He's gonna head back to the back bedroom, where he's thirsty. So yeah, so that's good news. Just getting ready for just getting ready to get more junk done around the fish room. I know you guys are doing the same. Now, do you guys, Doug Gray, you have to be on more of a thing because you have a lot more tanks than most of us have. Do you guys have a particular time of the week that you do your water changes, or do you spread them out over a couple of days like I do, usually? I try to change every week. I sometimes I'm not as good as I need to be, um, but I try to do some water changes every week. No particular time as needed. Um, my bottom tanks, I do it with the water pump because it's too low to get a really good siphon on it, and it works out really well. I mean, it's just really slick. You just drop it in, plug it in, and wait for enough water to leave the aquarium. It's really really cool. Um, but the rest of them, I want to get the mulm out of the bottom and all that sort of stuff. So I go pretty crazy on them and get things done. And so I try to get it done usually on the weekend. And I got a lot of them done this last weekend, but I ran out of water. And so that was sort of the deal. So I filled up the water things, go in. The water comes out of the tap here at 78 degrees. And at 78 degrees, it's actually warmer than any of my aquariums because my aquariums are like 76, 77 degrees, 73 degrees, and do that. So you try to spread them out. Only do them on Sundays, Chevy Fish. Yeah. I go and I just do what I need to do, and and do the big changes. On my 10 gallons, I always try to change out at least a third, but I try to do a half. Vinny the Mooch, you're here kind of early. Normally, you show up in the last 10 minutes. Great having you here, brother. Um, so the whole process, of getting those water changes done, getting all that sort of stuff. Aquariums are planned, so I don't have much gravel vacuuming. There you go. Usually Tuesday or Wednesday, and Friday and Saturday, 2 times a week. Try for. That's very good, Logan. I try to get done once a week. Sometimes it turns into once every 10 days, just depending, and it just depends on what I end up getting done. It but I try to go out and get when I get the other fish room up, which God, I hope that check shows up, and so I can get that going. I'll have to be a little bit more fastidious. I essentially do, the upper 2 rows on one day on my big thing, which is total of 7 aquariums right now. I have room. I'll set up an 8th here fairly quick, so I'll go out and get that going. I do my bottom on another day, and then I do my 2 large tanks on another day after that. Hear Bolo coughing in the background. Bolo, come on, buddy. This is what you call congestive heart failure. That's the sound. And he's on medicine for it, but yeah, that's what's going on there. That's why he's coughing. Bolo. Yeah, his congestive heart failure. We're gonna have a very special. We're probably gonna do a different time on Labor Day because I have that night. I have fantasy football draft, and I've been doing the same fantasy football league for I've been doing the same fantasy football league for over 15 years. And most of these people have been here for the whole thing, which is really, really cool. I had a couple of dropouts this year. And ironically, they were some of the newer people. Isn't that weird? So looking forward to getting that going in. And supposedly there's another fantasy football thing that Chattanooga Ed is, but he's not sent me an email. So I'm waiting on my Chattanooga Ed Fantasy Football League. If they don't send it to me, I think it's because they're scared I'm really good or something, and I'm not. I'm not that good at fantasy football. I was in 3 leagues last year, and I won one because I was up against the worst players ever. Lisa Perez, buenas tardes, or buenas noches, depending if you've had dinner yet. If you have the full Mexican style dinner, you ate at 2 p.m. and right before dinner you have a tea or a coffee with some delicious either fruit or a sweet roll. Okay, Bolo, come on. All right, come on. Good boy. Come on. Oh. Say hi to everybody again, buddy. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Just chill out, little guy. So yeah, it's the congestive heart failure, you don't know how long. They told me when he was diagnosed a year ago that it would be a little over a year ago. They said it would be about a year. And really he does really well with the medicine. And he really has been doing well. So that's strong. And he still has his personality. And so now he's sitting up here. You want me to feed you by like an iguana? There's his food. I'll just put it on my shorts. I end up having to wash my shorts because it gets like the dog food coloring on it. So that's strong. Puerto Rican and Italian must argue with yourself all the time. There you go. Absolutely. Good friend of yours passed away a while back from congestive heart failure. It's not an easy way to go for sure. No, it isn't. No, it is not. And the medicine, though, has really been good. I hope he's around for many more years to come. It's not cheap. It's like $84 a month, but it's worth it. Yeah, congestive heart failure is not a good way to go. That's for sure. It's but I've had I've had a few friends over the last couple of years die from cancer. I have a buddy of mine who is in Houston, and I worked with him, 25 years ago, and we hadn't seen each other, since that time. Just really a good guy, family guy, loved his wife. He had a son, and he was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer. And you're in Houston, and he worked for Rice University, and he didn't put himself in at that MD Anderson thing to get it taken care of. And unfortunately, he lost his battle a little over a year from his diagnosis. And when it was at the end, his wife called me and wanted to know if I wanted to speak to him, and because he wanted to hear from me, which is very sweet of him to do. It's always good to be remembered by someone at that last moment. And so there you go. So that's that's a heck of a deal. What do you think, Bolo? You a good boy? You make noise here? Okay, I'm going to put his food right here on my shorts, because I think that's what he wants. Never quite know with him. He's kind of crazy. So let's see here. My dad, who lives with me, has 4 coronary artery stents along with other health issues. He's now 82 and is my best friend. Yeah, no, I get it. My parents are no longer with me. My mom passed away a little over 4 years ago on tax day. I'll always remember on tax day what happened. Then it's my dad died 2 years ago, and so if my dad was alive today, he'd be 86. And it's funny as your parents get older, and some of you have gone through what I'm just about to say here. If you haven't, you're going to. And David Samsel, you probably are doing a little bit of this. The child becomes the parent. And families get real weird. I was really, really blessed. My parents were pretty smart about stuff. I have a brother and a sister, so there's 3 of us. They did. They made us equal executors of their estate, which is very cool. And so we were co-executors. So we all had passwords to their bank accounts. This really happened after my mom passed away, because my dad was early in dementia when my mom passed away. Still pretty functional, but he was beginning to lose real stuff. So we spent a lot of time. In fact, my dad moved down, was with my sister for probably about a year and a half or so before it became concerning that he would get lost or he would hurt himself. And, and so he went into memory care. And for about the last, about 7 months of his life, he was pretty happy there. And it was a nice one. My parents, he, it was, he was doing pretty well. So, so that's some of the some of the fun that goes on as you go through that. Your mom lives with you as well. Yeah, well, my mom had this line, and and I have a feeling it's going to come out to be pure wisdom. My mom said, "Growing old ain't for chickens. It's not easy." And and I think there's a lot to be said for that. It's I was there with my grandparents and I saw all that different stuff, and yeah, not fun. But it's life. That's the way it works. Maybe one day they'll figure out how to upload our brains into a computer. Would you do that if all of a sudden here and they're talking about this as real technology? If you could get your head, your brains uploaded into the cloud, into the computers, would you do it? Part of me says, yes. I've had these experiences, I have, this knowledge over time, etc. And the other part of me, David, agrees totally with you. No, it wouldn't be a good idea. And, we're becoming, Huxley's new book, A Brave New World. We're getting to this point, by the way, Bolo's eating away, that not only would they be able to upload our brains into a computer, I don't know if they'd ever be able to bring the humanity, the thing that makes all of us humans' abilities for strengths and weaknesses, but upload, and then they would put you into a robot. And we're not too far from that. We're not too far from that at all. Which is, when you think about it, it's kind of a freaky deal. So it's if I uploaded got downloaded into a robot, technically I could be around forever. Technically. Unless we get hit by the wonderful, sweet meteor of death. Which I don't know about you, this year is sort of going, come on, baby, hit me. Yeah, no technology has dark sides. And humanity, not trying to be philosophical here, but what the heck, I'll go for it. We are supposed to be talking about fish in this live stream, so I apologize for going off on this tangent. It's usually music with Chewy, sometimes Doug Gray participating in this. The whole in fact, you know what? I'm going to read a Brand New World again. I'm going to go and do that. And just go through and because I think that is, we're getting at a point where, upload our essence, our brains, our experiences, being able to put it into a robot, it's there. Yeah, where is Chewy? He hasn't left us for another live stream. He's not cavorting with the enemy. So he's usually the one that gets me off on the music tangent. All right. Um, the son of Steve Earle died. I think his name was Jules, or start with a J. Towns Earle, and they don't say why he died or what from or etc. But he was young, 38 years old. And when I was about 15, I thought, man, that's a long time to live. Now I'm going. I see somebody check out now. I'm a ways away from 60. I see someone check out at the age of 80, and I'm going, in their prime, so young. It's that's the one thing it goes from there. Yeah, Chewy knows a lot about music. So I was listening to alternative country, which is I was listening to uh, Nina Case, and who else was I listening to? I'd look at my phone. Alexa, what music was I listening to today?
This is the Green Fields of France, No Man's Land by Dropkick Murphys.
Alexa, turn off. Now, I was listening to Dropkick Murphys as well today, and I was listening to it, and it was good. It's not Russian country music, Doug Gray. Like Steve Earle's an alternative country. Junior Brown. It's Willie Nelson in some ways gets put that way. T-Bone Burnett. It's sort of like the best way to describe it is the alternative version. It's sort of like hip country music. So, Dave Sapsel, you have a good one. Take care of your parents. Say hi to them for us. And we have ragweed here pretty heavy. So my allergies have been kicking in. As you can see, Bolo is just eating away. He has not seen the fly, which is good news. Sort of looking at the window in the kitchen, because those things are nice and wide open. And sometimes if I'm able to kill little creeps, that's where I do it. Okay, Bolo, you want to get down? Okay. Where do you want to get here? Hold on. I'm going to clunk my computer. It's time to have a delicious glass or swig of Ozarka water. No matter what anyone tells you, there's not vodka in here. Oh. So alternative country music, the dog's gotten down. Let's see if I can see what I was listening to on Alexa, because I believe
Shuffling songs by the Cops.
Alexa, turn off. I said the wrong word. Let's see if I have what I have in music. Sometimes it gives you a total list of. Let's see. I was listening to Anti-Flag, Broadside, Neck Deep. Oh, Uncle Tupelo, and Nico Case. It's pretty good. Uncle Tupelo and Nico Case. And so strong. Strong all the way around. Sort of going through and enjoying the wonders of that good stuff. So yeah, I had to take a look. You know what? It comes out of a faucet in Texas. It's owned by the same people that own Nestle. And I bet you, Doug Gray, in your community, you have Poland Springs water. People don't realize Poland Springs, not from Poland, from I think somewhere in New York State. Delicious water. Delicious water all the way around. Give me a second. I got to blow my nose. 1 second. My thing is getting me. I'm gonna take out the sound. I'm back. Worked in Alzheimer's and dementia unit for 15 years, Lisa. Yeah, it's really tough because you see people who are absolutely, hey, there he is, Joseph. There's like ragweed here, I believe, and I've been hit. What I was blessed with my dad with the dementia thing is my dad, you come from a certain time and era. My dad would be 86 if he was alive today. And a lot of times, those guys from that generation, all their jokes were badump bump jokes, the rabbi, the priest, and the Satanist go into a bar and some scenario or something like that, and everything's a badump bump joke. My dad was the best way to describe it. My dad was observant all the way to the end. Very observant sense of humor. And towards the end there, I saw him. He died in July. I saw him in February. He was in Southern California, so I went to Nevada to see the ex-wife, and I took a day, and she didn't want to come with me, which is again probably showing where the marriage was going. Drove to Los Angeles for the day, and got to see my dad and got to see my sister, and it was good. And I got to spend quality time with my dad, and it was great. And the process, when you go through dementia, I don't think my dad called me by my name for 2 years, but probably about a week or so, 2 weeks before he passed on, he I called up. I said, "Hey, Dad, how are you?" "Hi, Peter." And so, so that was, you go through it. My dad, in the memory care facility, he had his chair at mealtime, and if someone sat in there, he'd go, "Get out of my chair!" And he always sat next to a real pretty gal, and I thought, oh, they have a romance going on here. But she was married, and she was a little bit older, and her husband came to visit her almost every day. And this guy was like in his late 80s, was still working full time. And just see, really good people. And she passed away, I think, like a year ago. And so my sister knew everybody because she was close to him. So Finoski tanks in the room, color guppies. We got all sorts of stuff going on here. All sorts of good stuff. Yeah, so you go through that. It's sort of like, it not to be morbid now that we've been on death for so long. We all have our mortality, and our days end when our days end. Well, hopefully we take care of ourselves, we do what's best, and live a long and healthy and happy life, pursuing the things that we love. And all of us here love our fish, love the idea of having aquariums and all that sort of stuff. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool all the way around. It's one of the things I really enjoy about our hobby is that we go through and we have this here we are, we're a bunch of people who love our fish, love keeping aquariums. Some of us have reptiles, some of us have little dogs like I've got, some of us have it's all sorts of different beasts in our house, and we like to care for them and go through the science of it and all that sort of stuff, and I enjoy that very much. And I enjoy that a lot because the idea of studying what's going on with the animals and all that sort of stuff is it's a lot of fun. Science is kind of a neat deal. Amber, what's up? It's okay. Bolo gets hugs from you and Joseph, and yeah, he's been in my lap most of the live stream. He's down right now. He's sort of right in front of me, and he hasn't quite settled in. So he saw a fly. That's what we've been dealing with, and he went bonkers. He hates the doggone things, but he hasn't seen it in a while. He can't hear it anymore, so that's a positive sign. Been looking around to see where it is. Trust me, I want to kill that little creep about as much as all night. Blinded by science. That's correct. Blinded all the way around by science. Um, the process here of it's part of the fun of our hobby. And of course, hey, Peplin Creek Aquatics, how you doing? Great having you here. 11 here, 8 thumbs up. Thank you, gang. I really appreciate it. Bolo, what? I don't. Has he seen it? Let's see. Come on. He just went out for a big walk. So, Bolo. He can feel if I snap my fingers, he can feel the vibrations. Okay, I'm going to go catch him. 1 second. 1 second. Let me catch you. Come on. All right. Bolo expects me to protect him, during this important times of having an issue with a fly. By the way, someone asked me the other day, how did I know he was going deaf? And there were a couple of tips. Number one is I play this game with him where I make him sit and stay, and I go all over the house, and then I call him. Yeah, and he has a treat. And all of a sudden, if I went somewhere different, he wasn't finding me right away. I mean, it's taking him forever. So I moved over, and all of a sudden, my smoke alarm started going off at like 2 a.m. I woke up, he was totally asleep. When he was younger and he had hearing, the smoke alarm would go off. He'd be jumping into my lap, demanding that I pick him up. So that's sort of the deal. Come on. What was he? There you go. Good boy. Yeah. And so that's sort of the deal. So it's yeah, what a good dog. What a good puppy. Yeah, he's yeah. If anyone didn't realize this before, this dog is pretty spoiled, aren't you? Yeah, pretty spoiled all the way around. I'm gonna try to give him a little more food and go from there. Large account color guppies. Yeah, it's a good group of people tonight, as we always do in the Mob Guppy live stream. And so it's just, you know, again, probably the other thing all of us can confess to is that there's really no end to the projects you can do with this hobby. It's like you have a dog, you take the dog for a walk, you feed the dog, you pick up after the dog when the dog makes deposits, that sort of stuff. Well, with fish, you got to do the water changes, you've got to move. All of a sudden you're going, wow, I need to have another type of tank or two. That's how you do it. Excellent. You guys enjoy. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it, Amber, you being here. So, well, I think that's wrapping it up for me because I got to go blow my nose again. And I think I have him needing to do stuff. All right, gang. Thank you for allowing me to have, kind of a downer live stream. Thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate all of you being here. Have a good night.